On the 20th of February, Beawesome held one of their regular Q&As with the community, inviting people to ask questions directly with the devs. Here is what we've learned. The DX12 error is something that has caused a lot of issues with some players. If you have ensured that your drivers are up to date and that you're running Windows 10 or 11, then it's most likely due to the graphics cards being incompatible. As while some cards say they do support DX12, they only support the SM5 and not the needed SM6. The graphics cards that do support SM6 are the GTX 900 series and anything after. The devs are trying to find a workaround and recently posted a low specs build of the game that you can find in the beta section of the game in Steam. However, it hasn't been able to circumnavigate the issue. Unfortunately, the only solution at the moment is to upgrade to a video card that does support DX12. The Day of Dragons Discord has a tech support channel to help anyone who needs to find out what their system spec is running, as well as any other issues you may run into. Link is in the description. The devs will continue to support Legacy, which you can find on the Legacy branch of the game for those players that are unable to upgrade, and the community servers will always have the option to be on Legacy. The devs are planning to keep on improving performance with each patch. The Infernal Ravenger's takeoff is expected to be improved, as well as fixing the IK issues with the wings and the hitboxes on all of the dragons as a whole. Night vision and skin issues are planned in a hotfix expected around a week. The devs want to reassure players that there will be no dragon wipes on servers. They have made sure to have a lot of contingency plans to avoid any need for that. The Biolumin dragon will be getting nests that can be attached to walls, as well as areas in caves that will require hovering to get to, giving them more opportunity to nest safely. More flowers are also coming. In the future, fantasy mode will be added to the game, giving more of a goal-driven gameplay with quests and NPCs and more. These servers will require starting fresh. Stat nesting has had a complete overhaul, requiring players to upgrade their bloodline quality before they are able to upgrade their stats. Ensuring both parents have put their mutation points into nesting and unlocking dominant will make a big difference, as it will show your dragon's recessive genes. I have linked the Patreon article covering the nesting in the description below. It is accessible to all. I plan on doing a full nesting guide once the Brood Watcher is out. The action of nesting itself will also be changing in the future and require players to tend to their eggs, such as breathing fire on them to keep them at a correct temperature. It has been explained that the mother will be the one to craft the skins for the eggs, if she so chooses, or leave it up to chance with how her genetics will pass through. The skin will be crafted before the eggs are even laid, and the devs encourage players to have fun working together to make some beautiful babies. Players will now find they can't carry juvenile or adult dragon corpses, only babies. This is in preparation for the meat chunk system, which will let players eat their fill from a body and then regurgitate chunks for their babies to eat, costing the adults some of their food bar. Meat chunks will also be able to be carried. For those worried about weather and FPS, testing the weather seems to have minimal effects on FPS. Lightning flashes will be able to be disabled in the settings, and the devs also reiterate that the Blitz Striker cannot affect weather. Their ability will let them one call while in a naturally occurring storm, replenishing their bile if they run out. The Behemoth dragons are going to be extremely large and powerful. However, their need for food is going to require a lot of work to keep them fed and likely keep them locked to clans. This is intended. These dragons are powerful but slow, and even as adults they will need to stick to areas in which they can take down big kills. They won't be surviving on bugs. The behemoths are designed to be a physical way for clans to claim territories, as well as a worm and boss killer to farm for pearls. It has been confirmed that there will be different size worms, each offering better loot the bigger they are, though even the babies will likely take a behemoth to take one down, so you'd better get working together with your clan. The devs do have a bug report channel on Discord and encourage players to use it. However, the search feature can also be a great way to reduce clutter simply by checking if your issue has already been reported before. Make sure to add coordinates to your screenshots. The Feathered Zygovo along with the Singe Crest in 1.1 is expected to drop this year. The Zygovo is going to be the smallest dragon by far, even smaller than the Bio. Though it will not be anywhere near as fast, it will still be almost as speedy as the Shadow Scale or Blitz. Where it will shine will be in forests, making use of its tight turning in flight and ability to cling to trees and perch. The Brood Watcher won't have any bile, but it will have spikes on its tail that it can throw. It will act like a close-range shotgun attack, with a lot of bleed damage. When fired, it will use all its spikes in one go and take time to recover, much like recovering bile. They are slow and tanky, and instead of biting will use their horn attack, which also deals bleed damage. Not being able to talk while sleeping is currently intended. Lastly, the Biolumin and Zygovo are both unable to Elder. Speaking of eldering, there was a lot of questions asked how this new system would work. The 12-hour login ticks are still a feature, but there's still a way to
redacted.
So that's good to know. See you all soon!